Hi guys, welcome back. Today I want to do a bit of a transformative video. I want to start trying to bring the best of me out for everyone watching me. I'm so grateful for the few people, not few actually, 60 something, that's something. The people who have deemed me worthy to subscribe to. I'm really grateful to you guys because, to be honest with you, I haven't brought out the best in me. And yet you guys still want to support me and push me to just keep trying. Let me just really introduce myself to you guys. So I have two pages on Instagram, and one is called African Marilyn Monroe, and the second one is called African Lady and a Baby. Now, my African Marilyn Monroe page is the page I started with on Instagram, and that's who, it really does reflect me from from when I started on Instagram. It reflects my personality and who I am. And as soon as I got pregnant, I couldn't relate to even my own Instagram page anymore. It just felt like a stranger's page. I literally became a new person. And so I just stopped posting. And yes, they do say that most women, when most women get pregnant, we stop posting. And yes, that was probably the reason, but I think it was more than that, because even after I gave birth and even after my body came back, I still just didn't have the urge to put anything up on my African Marilyn Monroe page. And please don't ask me why I'm called African Marilyn Monroe. Actually, ask me why. I'll tell you guys. So a friend of mine back long time ago just looked at me, and he's like one of my best friends. And he looked at me and said, "You remind me of the African Marilyn Monroe." Quite frankly, I don't know why he said that. And I don't think he meant it in a bad way. And I kind of like Marilyn Monroe anyway. And she's my birthday mate, 1st of June. And so I said, why not? I liked the name. And so I stuck with it. Back to what I was saying. So I just couldn't relate to that person anymore after I had a baby. I just felt like a different person. And this is even despite the fact that I had friends on there who were also mothers, wives, had children. I still just couldn't relate to that page anymore. And for some reason, every time I went on there, I think I felt more upset, and I could attribute this to, the whole postpartum blues and everything. And yes, that's true. But even till now, I still don't feel great when I'm on there. And so I decided to create a different page. And that's when I started. And then I also decided to just really make my life about motherhood, because that's my new life. And that's when I decided to create African Lady and a Baby. And then I started the podcast station. And on the podcast, I talked about my experience in pregnancy, which was extremely rough. And quite frankly, people do say that, once you give birth, you forget about the pain. And, at a certain point, you would be eager to get pregnant again. And the truth is, I'm not eager to get pregnant again. I actually don't want to. I know I want to have another baby at some point, but I feel like I'm going to have to really wait so that I can really, really get my body ready again, because I feel I just wasn't mentally ready for the amount of pain I went through in pregnancy. When I created the African Lady and a Baby page, I started the podcast station to just talk about everything that I had been through, and also hopefully help someone out there who's also probably not mentally prepared for it. I wanted them to just realize that there are certain things that can happen that you will not be told of. And I also wanted them to see a different approach to motherhood and childbearing and raising a baby and all the things that come with, motherhood really. Now, I had watched and heard and listened to different podcasts, YouTube stations on motherhood, and all of them just seem to be like from the Western perspective. I do strongly relate to the Western perspective, but there were times when I wanted to also relate to the African perspective. And that's the reason why I said, you know what, this is going to be the African lady and a baby, because I also wanted to have that Western twist to it, and to just let everyone know that, okay, I do have a Western perspective, but I'm an African woman, and so there's certain things that I will say when I talk about motherhood that only, not only, but mostly an African woman would relate to. So say, for example, in my last video where I talked about tips on how to improve your breast milk supply, I mentioned ogbanje. If you're not Nigerian, you will not know what ogbanje means. So, it's just things like that. Like, I want to be able to relate to the African woman. Denver is sleeping. I feel like I'm disturbing. He just woke up. I'm just going to ignore him, and hopefully he's not going to shout. But yeah, so I feel like I just wanted to be able to relate to the African woman. And so I created African Lady and a Baby. Now, when I created African Lady and a Baby, I decided to be very intentional with it and very mindful. And so I didn't just follow just any page like I did on the African Marilyn Monroe page, where I had all these celebrities I was following, all these social media influencers. Hi, Boo Boo. Hey, Boo Boo. Hey, Sugar Plum, do you want to join? Do you want to join Mommy? Huh? So Denver has decided to join me. I usually try not to feature him in my videos, but yeah, I will have him in today. I don't know if he's liking this. No, he's not. Plum Sugar, you okay? Right, sorry about that, guys. I just put him back to sleep. So where did I stop? Okay, so I was saying that I was a bit more intentional with my African Lady and a Baby page, and I was conscious of the people I followed and all of that. And now I find that the African Lady and a Baby page actually brings me more joy, and I'm happier when I'm on there. And so I just decided to stay there most of the time. And so I only go on the Marilyn Monroe page, say about 20 minutes in a day, and I spend most of my time on African Lady and a Baby, and I'm building that page now to, the way I want it to be, and more about me and the life I recognize now. Now, I know that I've lost friends along the way, and, I kind of, wish all my friends well, and I've kind of wished them well and let them go. And I've lost people along the way, but I feel like that's part of growth, and that's just part of life. And honestly, sadly, but also fortunately, that's part of motherhood. Because when you become a mother, your life really changes. And I think in a way, the force of nature and everything just kind of molds your life into what it needs to be for you as a mother and as a parent and for your child. It just helps you to focus on the things needed for your child. So having said that, I also kind of lost a lot of things about me, and I just became someone who, I stopped doing makeup. I lost the zeal completely to do makeup and to look good. I just never felt like it. I could wake up one morning and say, okay, today I'm going to look good. Today I'm going to do makeup. But by the time I showered, I would just have lost it completely. And I want to change that today. When I started my YouTube channel, I started it feeling that, I want to be able to relate to every mother, and I want mothers to watch my channel and see that they're not alone. There's somebody else feeling the same way, doesn't feel like looking good all the time, and also puts out content for them. But then I also just realized that I might be setting a bad example. And so I've just said, I'm going to make an effort to look good. I've felt so terrible for the past for the past 1 year and 1 year plus. And it's just been really bad. I get so many comments about my looks, how my hair is never done, how my face never looks beat up, or how like I never dress well, or how I just don't look good, or how I have black spots on my face. And what people don't know, or what people don't realize, is that comments like this really do go far and deeper than they realize. And I don't know, I just feel that. And the funny thing is, these comments came mainly from women. It came from 1 or 2 guys as well, but they came mainly from women, and they always come from a good place. They always come from a good place. But it's just, you don't know what another woman is going through, because you had a very easy pregnancy and you gave birth, and everything went rosy for you, does not necessarily mean it feels the same way for the next person. Similarly, some women have much more help than others. I didn't really have very much help. I've had zero help. And when I say zero help, like, there's no visitor that even comes every weekend to help me out. I do everything by myself. And for most of us in Nigeria, we are quite spoiled. Like, we get like family members come and stay with us. We have family, we have friends, we have all sorts of people around us to kind of keep us cheerful and keep us, But when you're living in the diaspora, you don't have all of that. You do everything by yourself. And when I say everything, I mean everything: cooking, cleaning, taking care of your baby, taking care of yourself. So it's much harder, and people just don't understand it. They just don't understand. And it really does knock you out. Like, if you've been used to a lifestyle of just being by yourself and having people even help you out with most things, and the next thing you're literally on the other side of the spectrum, and you're the one who now has to do everything, it really can knock you out. Mentally, it's affected me so much that I completely lost the zeal to do anything at all relating to my looks. And sometimes I even feel mocked, to be honest with you. I've definitely felt insecure, and I just tried to build a new life around my insecurities. I tried to build a new life, somewhat like, when you're like peeping through like a keyhole. That's just the lifestyle I built so that I could peep. But now I want to change that, and I want to come out of my shell. I know it's going to be hard, and it's going to be a process, but I'm going to just keep trying and keep trying and keep trying, and hopefully I will get there again. I also don't want to inspire women to not look great. I don't want to inspire women to not be their best. And so I'm going to now try harder to be the best I can be. And yes, I want to also be natural. I also want to be down to earth and let everybody know that, like, you cannot look great every day. There's going to be days when you will look, a mess. And perhaps those days will even be more than the days when you look great. But just know that that's just part of life, and it's all a phase. It's going to pass. I think it's definitely passing for me. I feel like I'm disturbing Denver again, and he's about to wake up. I just hope he doesn't wake up. Okay. Right. So yeah, it's definitely going to pass. And I know that there's probably somebody else feeling the same way I'm feeling. And, it's just so unfortunate that our society in Africa is just so different. And, if you're from a society that also has all these things, this stigma against depression or postpartum blues. You know, if you're from a society that believes that you cannot feel anything but joy after you've had a baby. Of course, I did feel joy, by the way. I actually felt joy, I'm not gonna lie. But I definitely had the roughest of times. And if you're from a society like that, you can comment down below and just let me know what you've experienced. If you also had a difficult pregnancy and birth and everything, please, reach out to me and let me know what you've experienced and how it's impacted on your life, or on, I don't know, your life. This motherhood, this channel really is also about me learning to be better and better. So it's not just me. I'm not trying to teach anybody. I'm not an expert, but I also want to just be better for myself too. And I want to help where I can help. And, I feel like this is like a second introduction to my channel. But guys, I just felt like I had to come and bear it all because I feel like I've been wearing such a mask for such a long time. And I haven't just been my best. You haven't seen the best of me, guys. And hopefully going forward, you will get the best of me. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, I really don't know why. But please do subscribe. I'm really hoping that I can do better over time. It really helps if you subscribe to a new YouTuber's channel. It really is one of the few ways that you can support me as a new YouTuber. And, just like my video, and please, take the time to watch more videos. I have other videos you can watch. I will hopefully be able to inspire mothers in better ways. And to all my Nigerian ladies watching this, and Nigerian mothers. So I think on that note, I think I should just go because I don't know if there's anything else I want to say today. I think I've hit all the points I wanted to hit. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like my video. Bye.